Goodness, had a bit of technical issues. I do apologize for my tardiness. It is 6:02, as you can see by my clock behind me. Actually, that one, yeah, it's backwards. 6:02. We do like to start at 6 a.m. sharp, but I do apologize for my tardiness. Nonetheless, the word will be read today. A prayer of faith will be prayed today. And as long as we're doing what we're supposed to do, I think that is quite all right. A couple moments late. But I do apologize for those who were looking for me at 6 a.m. and I was not here. So I'm going to give, let's see, a couple people. We are in completing Exodus chapter 15 today. So the first portion of Exodus chapter 15 was a song that the Israelites wrote along with Miriam, which is Moses' sister, who we learn in verse 20 of Exodus 15 is a prophetess, and she sang a song concerning what happened with the Egyptians and the Red Sea, and how the Most High defeated all of their enemies with one. Good morning, CC. Hey, love, miss you. Glad to have you. We're just doing a quick recap, and I apologize for not being on at 6 a.m. We are here, and we're gonna get right to it. This one's gonna be kind of quick. I'm gonna see if we're gonna go to 16. Like I said before, I'll say it again. It's been a while since I said it. I like to read it right along with you guys. I've read Exodus before several times, but in the morning time I go over it a little bit. But I like, yes, we made it. I like to read it live with you to get the same impact. Sometimes like, oh my goodness, I didn't know. Like, I knew Miriam was a minister, but of some sort, but I forgot that they actually called her a prophetess. So that was nice to get acquainted with yesterday when I read that one. So that's one example of why I read it live with you guys. So we're starting at Exodus chapter 15, verse 22. Then Moses led Israel from the Red Sea, and they went into the desert of Shur. For 3 days they traveled in the desert without finding water. Exactly. Didn't know that she was a prophetess. Yep, she's a prophetess. Verse 23. When they came to Marah, or Mara, depending on how you look at it, they could not drink its water because it was bitter. This is why the place was called Marah. So the people grumbled against Moses, saying, "What are we to drink?" Then Moses cried out to the Lord, and the Lord showed him a piece of wood. He threw it in the water, and the water became fit to drink. Again, this is one of those moments. I don't remember this from the previous times reading that, where he threw a piece of wood in the water and it became fit to drink. Oh my goodness. There the Lord issued a ruling and an instruction for them and put them to the test. He said, "If you listen carefully to the Lord your God and do what is right in his eyes, if you pay attention to his commands and keep all his decrees, I will not bring on you any of the diseases I brought on the Egyptians, for I am the Lord who heals you." That is a very powerful verse. I was going to say that. Verse 26 of Exodus 15, very powerful. Then they came to Elim, where there were 12 springs and 70 palm trees, and they and they camped there near the water. Exodus 16 verse 1. The whole Israelite community set out from Elim and came into the desert of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai. On the 15th day of the second month after they had come out of Egypt, in the desert the whole community grumbled against Moses and Aaron. And the Israelites said unto them, If only we had died by the Lord's hand in Egypt. There we sat around pots of meat and ate all the food we wanted. But you have brought us out here into the desert to starve this entire assembly to death. Then the Lord said to Moses, I will rain down bread from heaven for you. The people are to go out each day and gather enough for that day. In this way, I will test them and see whether they will follow my instructions. Yes, CC, very ungrateful. Verse 5. On the sixth day, they were very ungrateful in verse 3. Verse 4 is the Most High talking. Verse 5. On the sixth day, they are to prepare what they bring in, and that it is to be twice as much as they gather on the other days. Let me read that again. On the sixth day, they are to prepare what they bring in, and that it is to be twice as much as they gather on the other days. So Moses said to the Israelites, in the evening, you will know that it was the Lord who brought you out of Egypt. And in the morning you will see the glory of the Lord, because he has heard your grumbling against him. Who are we that you should grumble against us? Moses also said, you will know that it was the Lord when he gives you meat to eat in the evening and all the bread you want in the morning, because he has heard your grumbling against him. Who are we? You are not grumbling against us, but you are grumbling against the Lord. Then Moses said to Aaron, say to the entire Israelite community, come before the Lord, for he has heard your grumbling. While Aaron was speaking, While Aaron was speaking to the whole Israelite community, they looked toward the desert, and there was the glory of the Lord appearing in a cloud. I'm going to stop right there. We're going to continue with chapter 16 tomorrow. Have mercy, y'all. I tell people all the time, the word to me is way more exciting than anything on TV. I'm telling y'all. Like, this is real life. This is not, a story that somebody made up. This really did happen. And it happens today. It's not like we don't, as a group of people, grumble against the Most High. We do, unfortunately. However, I'm going to move right on to the prayer that the Most High put on my heart. It says in Romans chapter 10 that faith comes by hearing. And I'm reading the NIV version today. Romans chapter 10, verse 17. Consequently, faith comes from hearing the message, and the message is heard through the word about Christ. And everything that we're reading about when we're talking about where he says you'll know him in Exodus, he'll say you'll know that it was the Lord who brought you out of Egypt. That is where faith comes. You hear what's happening in the Bible, you hear the word, and that's about Christ. That's the God is the same today, yesterday, and forever. So the same God who brought them out of Egypt is the same God that is requesting a relationship with you, and that is in your life, that's tugging at your heartstrings, that's sending people to you saying, hey, you need to pray, you need to read, he just want to get to know you, and things of that nature. That's the same God. And faith in him comes from hearing his message, hearing his word. And so I am praying every day, and I know sometimes it don't sound like a prayer because I don't bow my head and I do that all the time when I pray, but it's a little different when I'm going live. A lot of times everything I'm saying is a prayer because I'm praying that we all get set on fire with a hunger and a thirst that is like no other for him, because that's what he wants. He wants a relationship. He wants to have us closer to him than ever before, so that he can get us through life, because life does not make any apologies for anything that it does to anybody. It rains on the just and the unjust just the same. And so my prayer is that we continue to hear his word. Get you a Bible app. They have it. You can go on YouTube. They have it with music and make it sound a lot more easier to listen to, and to get an understanding of, because we have to increase our faith so that we can be better people in general, and to have a better relationship with him. It started with me first. I was in my prayer closet, and now I'm out here standing in front for people to have the same type of experience that I had with the Most High. So that is my prayer. I love you all. You have an excellent, excellent, excellent day, and shalom, which means peace.